Ontario, California, it's Foobar Sports.
Hey everyone, welcome to Foobar Sports episode 33. I'm Josh
with the Foo
and Josie on the mix. You can find our episodes on FoobarShow.com or any podcast app and join us as we record on our Facebook group, Foobar Sports. Well, let's get after it, Foos.
Meow.
Oh man. Well, first off, I want to start off with a little something sad, unfortunately, guys. It was just found out today, August 18th, that former NFL running back Cedric Benson passed away at the age of 36.
Damn.
In Texas due to a motorcycle crash.
Oh shit.
While he
sucks.
Yeah, I mean, while he didn't have a, prolific, I would say, NFL career, he's ranked second all time in school history at the University of Texas for rushing yards, rushing for 5,540 in only 3 years at the University of Texas.
Yeah.
His most notable NFL accomplishments were being drafted number 4 by the Bears, going to the Super Bowl with them after his first year. And then he topped 3,000 yards or 1,000 yards over, only 3 times with the Cincinnati Bengals. But after that, he kind of went down. But damn, it's unfortunate to see, someone die, especially at the age of 36. Be careful, everyone.
Yeah, people live forever, Foo.
People live forever.
Just me.
Yeah, apparently. The wrong people live forever, people.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
all I remember him for was being a Longhorn.
A Longhorn. Yeah, I know you were saying that you don't really remember him as a Bear.
No, I'd say his college career is a lot more electrifying, and a lot more memorable. He was like one of these highlight reel dudes, like of Barry Sanders, but at the college level, just shoving guys off of him. Like, he was really dope fucking NCAA running back. Didn't translate as well to the NFL. I don't believe he is. I believe he is one of those guys who didn't go the extra mile.
Yeah, he did have a lot of off the field issues. He did get suspended 1 year for, I think it was like substance abuse, and then a lot of people said he didn't have like a good work ethic for a few years. So sometimes these guys, they only like flash in the pan. 3 years he actually had 1,000. He rushed for 1,000.
That's the goal, though. Of going to the NCAA, balling out, getting paid once you get drafted. Yeah. So he got his goal, and he had a couple good years in the NFL.
Once you're even close to getting that, that big in the big leagues, you can't stop.
There's
no breaks.
Well, yeah, once you're that good too, like he was his first 2 years, there is no since you're that close to getting paid, even the people who are unwilling to work are like, I need to work and get this money, even if they quit right after. That middle drive right there is.
Well, that's why a lot of them end up being sports announcers or TV analysts for sports networks and stuff. But sad to see you. Sad to see you go. R.I.P. Cedric Benson. But going into further sadder news, I figured let's just get the sad stuff out of the way.
Oh my God.
Your favorite, Foo?
Boogie Cousins tore his ACL.
What?
Yeah.
He hasn't even started the season.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man.
Fucking Lakers.
So,
God damn it.
So, goddamn, Boogie Cousins, man.
Out for the year, Foo.
Out for the year.
What was he doing? Boogieing down?
No, he
was boogie till the kids just couldn't boogie no more.
Do.
Stupid Josh.
I'm just joshing.
What the He was, I think he was at some like summer workout club in Vegas. Like they have like these gyms where a lot of like pros go.
All of the NBA guys are pretty much like balling with their friends and shit just to get in like basketball court shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to kind of stay. This
is their jogging, Foo, playing with regular people.
Yeah, just playing pickup games in random gyms.
This is their jogging before the fucking.
They're playing on novice
starts. Yeah.
Yeah. So. And then for him to go down, it puts the Lakers in a bind because they were counting on him, even though they didn't pay him that much. Like,
I will say, when we signed him, I was just like, this guy needs to ball out, and we get a championship.
Oh yeah,
so
I was
banking on him to be really good.
Yeah, that definitely. I mean,
it is a big blow. It sucks.
Yeah.
I think there's not many options the Lakers have left. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh.
Right now they have one roster spot open, like that they didn't use, which was smart of them to keep one roster spot and not just pay someone just to fill up the team.
Even with
Cousins going down.
So this could be good because now we can add another spot.
Exactly.
When we put him on a medical exception.
Yeah, that's what they're that they haven't discussed that yet for DeMarcus Cousins, but that's an option. I think it depends on who they get. So currently the contenders or the people that are being targeted for the backup position or the replacement position are Joakim Noah, the former center for the world champion Florida Gators.
No.
Joakim Noah is only really a defensive-minded center.
Who's missing 6 teeth.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Eating contest?
Just kidding.
Teeth withstanding.
He just looks like he's missing 6
Belongs
teeth.
in hockey.
Yeah, belongs in hockey.
But he's not a great player.
He's not going to contribute that much. The next one, though, that I find very intriguing is one that we actually chased out of LA.
Ooh, your boy.
Dwight Howard is being targeted by the Lakers to replace Boogie Cousins.
Your boy.
So we
you think he'll do it?
Yeah,
Dwight is totally down.
He's totally down. He's totally down.
He wants to play with LeBron.
Yeah, and realize he was a bitch the first time.
Well, I think this past year he came to realize that
he's been humbled a little.
Well,
right?
I think we talked about it a while ago that he finally realized Kobe calling him out the year Kobe retired
was the best thing that could have happened to him.
He said that, but I think he realized holy shit, I was being a bitch.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He even acknowledged it. He's just he's like, looking back on it now when Kobe was calling me soft, oh shit, he was trying to tell me something, but I didn't really want to listen.
You're
to
a fraud.
Yeah,
a total fraud.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Very Kobe. Were you right here?
Yeah, he was right
He
there.
was waiting. He was waiting for that. But yeah, I honestly like it because he's leaned out. He's gotten healthiher, and we only
need him for 10 minutes a game.
Yeah, or 12. You throw him out for 12 because you can put Anthony.
12's a little too much.
Oh,
dude.
you just quiet you. All right, and Anthony Davis can play a little.
10
minutes.
10 is a max. Okay.
10. That's it. So then you want to play. No. Listen to me. You want to play JaVale McGee for at least 14 to 20 minutes a game.
I want to play him for 20 minutes a game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think he averages 15 points a game when he plays 24 minutes a game.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
He's a good PER stat person.
Oh yeah, he is.
That's why I don't mind him being out there a little more.
And you know what? He quieted down those dumb plays he used to always make.
That's why if we have him out there 20, 24, Josh Howard or Dwight Howard for 10 minutes, that's 30 minutes. That means AD only needs to play center for 3 or 4 minutes a quarter.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's good.
If that,
or we can just take him out and rest him.
We could just take him out and rest him. I was saying.
So yeah, I think the key is getting someone who can give us at least 10 to 12 minutes, like you said.
And Dwight Howard definitely does fit that description over Joakim Noah. Yeah. Joakim Noah can barely give you 7 minutes a game. He's not there anymore.
He's a high energy guy that is now 36 in the league, which is grandpa status.
Wow.
Almost.
Yeah. So I would very much be okay with them bringing back Dwight.
I think another option I saw, and after this it gets pretty dicey. What was it? Kenneth Faried could be available if he gets waived.
And that would be interesting because Kenneth Faried is the type of player, he's small. He's a small size.
He's like Julius Randle size.
Okay. Yeah, 6'7", 6'8".
6'8", yeah.
Yeah, about 6'8", 6'9". But he gets boards. That guy, he has a good vertical too. Mm-hmm. So he can get up there and compete for the rebounds.
But I think he becomes a liability if you put him out there for an extended period of time.
But the benefit of him coming with us is that he wouldn't be out there for too long of an extended time if we give him the same minutes as Dwight, 10 minutes. Or with him, you could give him more because he has more energy and he could,
But yeah, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't trust him that much to be out there more. Yeah, for Reed, and just his numbers get worse the longer he's on the court.
Well, again, it depends on also too who you pair him up with on the court. If you have him out there for a lot of minutes with the second unit, I wouldn't want him out there. I would want him mostly out there for a lot of minutes if he's playing alongside Anthony Davis or Kuzma, a combination of Kuzma Davis or Kuzma James or James and Davis. Have him out there just to kind of give one of those other guys a rest for an extended amount of time.
Verdict is no, Foo. Verdict is no.
Well, you know who else is saying no?
Who?
A lot of major NBA players are saying no to Team USA.
That's right, Foo. We got a bunch of fucking scrubs on Team USA
Really?
right now.
Yeah, they are like. Obviously, Kevin Durant's not playing this year. Neither is LeBron James. Paul George isn't going to be playing. Russell Westbrook. No James Harden. So right now, it's a lot of younger players like Donovan Mitchell. Kyle Kuzma is actually on the select team.
Okay.
He hasn't been selected yet, but he's trying out for the summer team. And Chris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks is like projected to be a starter. Fu, you actually had an interesting article about concerning Zion Williamson and JJ Redick turning down Team USA.
Yeah, I guess some points that they're making are that it's more games that they're going to be playing. So number one, more risk of injury. Number two, I guess that they're involved in like programs that they would have to take time away from during the summer upcoming.
Okay.
So that's kind of a conflict of schedule per se would have not worked in their favor.
Yeah.
And then also, I think with the level of talent currently on the roster, they would have to pretty much help carry the load a lot more, which is not what they're trying to do in an off season.
Yeah, and most of the time when you have the Olympics, like when Kobe was in with LeBron.
Dude, Kobe
Melo,
would only be out there like 20 minutes and
For
it was
the whole
perfect.
game, yeah.
And he would still score 30.
Yeah, he still put up like though. That's what a lot of the NBA players look forward to when they play in the
Yeah,
Olympics.
it's like only playing. I think a lot of the guys, because remember when these rosters are stacked with the best NBA guys, I think they're only playing like 15 minutes each.
Yeah,
But it's
if
all
that.
badass players.
Like they spread it out. Like everyone pretty much gets. It's like playing like an all-star game, pretty much for the NBA. You get all-stars playing, but these are the actual players that withdrew from the FIBA World Cup because that's what's going on right now. FIBA World Cup. So Marvin Bagley III from the Kings, Bradley Beal from the Wizards, Anthony Davis from the Lakers, Andre Drummond from the Pistons, Eric Gordon from the Rockets, James Harden from the Rockets, Montrezl Harrell from the Clippers, Tobias Harris from the Sixers, Damian Lillard, the star point guard for the Blazers, Kevin Love from the Cavaliers. It withdrew. Kyle Lowry, CJ McCollum,
It's a lot of fucking good people.
Paul
Yeah,
Millsap, Julius Randle, and
Jeez.
PJ Tucker. They've all withdrawn from Team USA
Wow.
right now. Yeah.
So you don't have much left.
no, like
It's like the B team.
It's like the up and comers.
Yeah.
yeah,
now.
yeah. Because right now the person that's headlining the whole thing is Kemba Walker from the Boston Celtics. He's playing this year. So is Donovan Mitchell.
This is funny. This is a good opportunity for him to shine, though.
yes.
With his new contract with the
Yeah,
Celtics, too.
to show that the contract was worth it, because a lot of people still question Kemba Walker as a player, which, you know what, I've always been on the fence with him because he could put up those random 50-point games, but the Hornets would still lose even though he put up 50 points.
See.
So he's a prolific scorer and stuff. So we'll see if his game grows, because I think Jason Tatum's actually playing too. So this actually gives them time to build chemistry as teammates. And honestly, and Kyle Kuzma joining the team this year, I think this gives him a good chance to up his game to be an
I
all-star
do,
level.
and I'm glad that he is doing it. I'm just worried that
He'll injure himself.
I'm kind of worried about that in the back of my mind.
So this is going to kind of lead into my next question regarding the Lakers and Kuzma. Do you think he can be the third guy for a big three with the Lakers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he can.
I know you were on the fence with him for a while when it was coming down to who you wanted to get rid of. I know you were willing to get rid of him, but looking back now, you can kind of see that.
Well, now looking back, and the Lakers, as much as I want to say wasn't a mistake, it was a mistake waiting Leonard out since he was being secretive. They could have been like, hey, because to look back on it, it was a one-way street with Leonard negotiations, and the Lakers weren't in a one-way situation with two stars already. They should have been like, or with three, with their team ready to go. So they should have been more like, hey man, if you're not going to be open with us, let's agree on.
They should have been more confident and firm. Yeah, they should have definitely not have been the guy waiting for the girl to call him back.
Because again, I would have loved to have Seth Curry, and he signed an $8 million deal a year. Perfect.
If we had Seth Curry, Danny Green, I would have loved that.
I would be feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
So in a way, yeah, it did burn us with Leonard and
We are taking a little bit of a risk with Quinn Cook and Tony Daniels.
I like the risk with those guys,
but
though.
it's a worthwhile risk because they're young and they've already developed well in major systems.
They've already played a lot.
And they're willing to kind of be those guys to help out LeBron.
Especially with Quinn Cook coming from the Warriors.
Yes.
He knows what it takes to be on a championship team.
Yeah, he's won two. He's won two already with them. So, yeah, and I think definitely this is going to be the year Kyle Kuzma makes that leap. So everyone get those Kyle Kuzma jerseries. Just get your AD and Kuzma jerseys and your LeBron jerseys.
You
and
doing a mock draft over there?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm off the mock draft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's move on to. Well, you want to move on to football? Because
yeah,
I mean football right now. Everyone's doing mock drafts. Me and the Foo do a mock draft every day,
every 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? We got to stay on our toes.
Foo, hashtag whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Jesus.
We're gonna sacrifice. Foo, are you Iron Man? I think you're the one in the million chance, Foo. You're the one in the million.
You know that brings a good. I want to talk about something interesting about Iron Man later in the other podcast.
Okay,
so
let's
I'm glad you
save
brought
that.
up.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Okay.
Table
All right.
that.
But I am Iron Man.
But
It is nice to see football's back.
It
at
is.
least,
It
you
is,
know.
and I'm very happy. Knock on wood. Shit, there's no wood.
There's no real wood around here now.
Well, that no one gets injured because there hasn't been any major injuries so far. So
It's only been contract disputes and minor hiccups getting to the regular season
the
so
season
far.
is young.
You just give it another week.
We're
Give it
still
another week.
we're
That
still
could all
waiting
change.
for our season-ending injury before the season even starts.
So-
Happens every year.
I actually just did. I joined a free league on ESPN. They have you can have up to 25 free leagues. So I just drafted this morning, and my roster ended up. Foo, I want to get your take on this roster. My quarterback was Jared Goff.
No.
Okay. Christian McCaffrey was my first pick, my first round pick at number 3.
That's a good pickup.
I picked Mark Ingram, Adam Thielen,
Okay.
Cooper Kupp, Zach Ertz,
This is going pretty good so far.
Allen Robinson, the Bears,
The Bears.
and Steven Gostkowski. Dude, if I get the Bears defense in our draft, I'm going to change my name to the Bears.
Do it.
How are you going to make it so when everyone says it, it's enunciated like
Oh,
you're a fucking
D-A.
I'm
moron
going
from
to
Chicago?
Bears.
Understood, food.
The Bears.
That's actually a really good lineup.
For starting,
Which position did you pick?
I
again?
picked third. I
Number
picked
3,
third
okay.
over number 3 overall.
So that's what you could get with number 3, guys.
Which I kind of want to complain about something real quick because when I joined this league, it had me at number 1 overall.
You're wearing your Fuse hat here?
And I'm wearing my Fuse hat. out
What
here.
the fuck?
I'm putting it on. I was number 1 overall when I signed up for this, and then when I woke up this morning to draft, it moved me to number 3. So ESPN, you're fucking with me. You mooks. But anyway,
You mooks. Jesus.
Anyway.
Wow, whoa.
But
The profanity, man.
I'm sorry. Hey, you're the one that said I need
This
to
is a
widen.
family show, Josh.
Since when?
Fucking A, dude. Fucking A.
You're the one that said I needed to widen my
God!
Don't.
No! God, please, no!
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good lineup though to start off.
I like it a lot. Mark Ingram, you got him with the 5th pick, right?
Mark Ingram, I did. I got him with my 5th.
That's a good pickup that late.
I got Thielen.
Allen Robinson, 6.
He was my 7th pick.
Oh, who was your 6th pick?
My number 6 pick was Cooper Kupp,
Oh my God.
and I had Thielen at my number
Cooper
4
Kupp
pick.
is not going to go in the 6th round in our draft.
No, not at all.
Nope.
Not at all. So, well, the reason why, Foo.
And you know why, Foo. You know why.
Well, the reason why that this all played out like
As anybody
that.
who does, it's me.
Yeah, it sure is. Was that the number 2 overall pick in this draft? They picked Patrick Mahomes, and I don't understand that. I mean, I understand you want to pick him early, but number 2.
Let me tell you something, man.
Oh.
As much as
Oh.
we've been saying
Oh,
he might go 2nd round in our draft,
he's gonna go first round.
he
dude.
might go 1st round. God damn it.
Someone's
dude.
gonna do it. Someone's gonna be drunk early.
I think.
Patrick Mahomes.
It's your entire family.
Yeah, damn.
Well,
So
so
you hit the
so
nail on
now-
the head, man.
so-
you hit it hard.
But he didn't though, because which one?
which?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could put a flyer on anyone, and someone will still do it. I'm Yantas.
Dang.
It's gonna be Yantas.
Hey, Fu, when we kill Yantas, or
Whoa.
are you gonna replace them?
What are we doing to the handicapped person?
We're gonna
Wow.
take you're gonna take the chair, Fu. You're gonna take the throne.
My God.
Fu, when I say we, it's a collective thing. Like
The royal
Dutchmen, you know, all the Dutchmen.
I can't wait.
We're gonna kill them in fantasy football. Wink, wink.
That is not an admission of the Fu.
Yeah, you know we're recording this, right?
You just cut that out.
Nope.
So my bench, Fu. This is what my. Do you ever?
Let's hear your bench because it sounds like you burned a lot of good picks.
Yeah,
first.
and picking number 3 and this lineup is tough because it does take a lot out of your bench. I picked as my backup running back Miles Sanders, Josh Gordon, Darrell Henderson of the Rams, the other rookie running back.
Two rookie
running backs. I'll continue. I'll bring a point up a little bit about that. Kenny Stills as my wide receiver. It starts to get really thin towards the end here.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Jackson, the running back from the Chargers. So he's more of a gamble. He's more one of those guys that I may want to drop later in the year if he doesn't pan out, and I could probably pick someone else up. I only really picked him up because the whole Melvin Gordon dispute is still up in the air. So he may get those touches, if Melvin Gordon decides to sit out well into the regular season.
Uh-huh.
Similar with like the whole situation with Ezekiel Elliott. Like that's really what's going down with those two.
Son of a bitch, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude. That's another thing that makes it tough is if you're gonna be picking Gordon or Elliott, you have to be willing to risk not having
2
someone.
years ago, I picked Elliott number 4 pick.
You did, and that fucked you up that whole year.
It fucked me up only at the end of the year when I missed the playoffs by 1 game because he ended up serving his suspension
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So it kind of screwed over the Fu over here. And then I picked this rookie tight end from the Detroit Lions, Tyler Hawkinson. So he was the number 6 overall tight end, and I'm really just kind of gambling that he's going to actually pan out because there's a reason why he's, tight ends are, if you're drafted that high, you got to put up. Like, you got to be someone that's like a Gronk level or, an Aaron Hernandez level, all of a sudden that just blows up out of nowhere for a year, but then goes on a nosedive. So I'm hoping this is the year he does something. And then I picked as my backup quarterback Sam Darnold. So my bench is questionable. I will give you that, especially having 2 rookie running backs with Miles Sanders and Darrell Henderson. Darrell Henderson, as we had discussed in the last podcast, is a sleeper. He is a sleeper this year because we don't know exactly what's going on with Todd Gurley, but what we do know is that the Rams drafted him very high, and normally when you're a running back that gets drafted in the 2nd round, you're going to get utilized a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like, teams pretty much, like, that's where they draft running backs now. Yeah. You don't see them going in the first round.
I'd say any running back drafted in round 3 or before is a good shot. They're going to get some good minutes in for the year.
Yeah, because that means the team sees them as, a
they
future.
Were sought after.
That they were definitely ones they couldn't miss.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I see, like, players that I compare Darrell Henderson and Miles Sanders to from last year that were great are none other than Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. Which, I got the Chubby Michel combo, and we're
the food loves it.
The food does love it.
Jizz in my pants.
Jizz in my pants. Jizz in my pants.
Stop! No tangents.
And Nick Chubb and Sony Michel were a good combination.
So he says it again.
Hey, they're a good combination last year.
Sure, man. Sure they are.
Did they not? Didn't you
Shut
trade me for Michelle food?
Did you win the championship?
Shut up, though. But didn't they put up?
But did you win the chip, though?
Shut up. That's not the point. That's not the point.
My boys balled out over Josh.
Who gives a fuck about your team? That was last year. Live in the now. That's what you guys keep telling me as an Eagles fan, so fuck you guys.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You won your championship, dude. I'm happy for you.
Bullshit.
Tell him, Foo, we're happy for him now. Be quiet.
You liars.
Yeah, man, shut the fuck up.
You liars.
Met your quota.
No.
Yeah. We need to meet ours.
No,
The Raiders?
I think you've met your quota.
Yeah, in the fucking 90s.
No, after just watching 2 episodes of Hard Knocks, the Raiders have met their quota.
Oh yeah, we're done for the year now.
Jeez,
We're done for the
you
year
guys-
now.
Yeah, God,
Better luck in Vegas, foo.
better luck in Vegas.
God damn. What
And
a fucking
let's move on to the Raiders. I kind of want to move on to the Hard Knocks.
can.
Because, dude, on Hard Knocks, man, it seems so fucking
It's like a
produced.
dick showing contest, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone just slapping their dick out and being like, "Whose is bigger now?"
On TV?
on TV. TV
Wow.
noise.
Yep, that's all it is. Fucking guys just throwing unnecessary blows and making unnecessary comments.
And, dude, John Gruden is a fucking... You say I'm a foul-mouthed motherfucker. That guy cusses every chance. He even acknowledges it in one of the episodes. He's like, I gotta stop cussing so much. He's all, you stupid motherfucker, you seen this shit? He just like goes off.
dude.
It's like, wow.
That's their boss, foo.
That's their boss, man. That's the Raiders. The Raiders.
Well, good luck to them in Vegas, I
Yeah,
suppose.
they'll make it in Vegas for
Foo, they'll
sure.
be fine.
Yeah, if they make it, huh?
Yeah, if they make it.
They'll be fine, foo.
They're gonna change it to a freaking mafioso.
They'll
as
be
a symbol.
fine. We're gonna have a good year.
Okay.
8-8.
Yeah,
That's a good year.
Good job.
It is a good
That-
year.
hey,
You told
for
me,
the
no,
Raiders.
You told me that a few weeks ago.
Hey, and you know what? Foo, I'm glad you came to reality. I'm glad you stopped sipping on the Kool-Aid because
Well, yeah,
It's
I'm not
about
going
time.
to tell you they're going fucking 14-2.
Well, you see that-
I know a lot of uncles that will tell us that.
Well, you see, the thing is that when you combine the love of the Raiders with the love of the Dodgers and the disappointment we've seen throughout the last 30 years, and the combination of that, you just start believing shit.
Right?
You just, you know.
I
think-
saw a unicorn the other day.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I believe it.
You ready,
Actually,
Fanny?
we did on Josh's
Yeah,
Josh's video
on our
game.
game. We can go.
We
into
saw
that
it. We
the
saw a
other show.
unicorn in fucking Greece, dude. It was
A
weird.
unicorn in Greece
was
going
weird,
after
man.
the Nemean lion.
Don't ask us the circumstances.
Strange fever dream, man.
though. Well, I hope the NFL season's gonna kick off on a great start because our draft is gonna kick off on a great start. We're gonna kill that keg. Gonna kill that Yanta. I mean, we're gonna beat up Yantas.
You had
Killing
that first
season.
time. Killing. It's killing season.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg. Wow.
What?
Fuck yourself, dude.
Well, you know what though? The NFL is not going to be without controversy for the beginning of the season.
Oh yeah, did you hear about this, Fuze?
So-
Check this out, Fuze.
Apparently, Rock Nation, Jay-Z's company, will be in partnership with the NFL going forward.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a lot of people are really up in arms because Jay-Z was at the forefront of the whole social justice reform and everything.
Not at the forefront. He was a big supporter.
Big supporter. I'm
and
sorry.
he did, you know, he rapped it, so it's true. So he has to pick a side. He rapped it. He once in one of his songs, he didn't need the NFL because when they wanted him to do halftime, he said no, and the NFL was like, "Oh no, he needs to do it," and he was just like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't need to do anything."
Yeah, he does it.
So
He would be an awesome halftime show performer, but
well, and
need
then
to be there.
that's what mainly he's going to start doing is he's going to advise on the entertainment side.
On
for
the
it.
thank
entertainment
goodness,
side,
because
yeah.
I am done with like these fucking bands like Maroon 5 and all
No,
this
we,
shit that's
we may
going down.
finally get like a Rihanna. Like Rihanna may come out or anyone else that's
I
up.
wouldn't count on that.
You don't think Rihanna? Well, you don't think Rihanna would?
Nope.
No.
I think she'd be interested.
If
She's not interested.
Oh.
She turned down halftime shows before.
Mm.
that is true. That
Well,
is true.
whatever.
Yeah, and Jay-Z can't make her do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's his number one star. She's
Boom.
kind of he's kind of just gonna
So
let her.
she's been against it. I doubt her seeing her doing it at least right away. Maybe in the future,
Mhm.
but there's too much controversy relating to a lot lot these civil
You know what?
rights.
Just start having marching bands again.
Why not, Foo?
Just like in Super Bowl 1 through what, 10? It was just like the local high school marching band or something.
The local university, Foo.
yeah, university food.
Sure. It'd
University
be cheaper if they got it high school.
It would suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I can actually go take a shit during halftime.
Oh my god, dude.
Why can't you?
Yeah, you're
All right,
right.
so
Are you-
we got
you-
that on tape. The Foo prefers to be alive during 1910.
They didn't have the Super Bowl during 1910.
Foo, don't question it.
Well, okay. One name that most likely would come out would be Meek Mill. That's the big person right now on
Meh.
Rock Nation. I wouldn't really be excited about seeing him. In all honesty, he's a sellout to me. I think so.
Damn, son.
Yeah, dude. Mr. Robert, he's Robert Kraft's homie. How do you root for the Eagles, Mr. Make a song for the Eagles when they win the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden you're right there wearing a Pats fucking jersey,
Hey, man.
rooting for the Pats winning a Super
To be
Bowl.
fair, Foo, so you know,
No
Robert
fairness.
Kraft flew Meek Mills from prison to a Super Bowl. So
I think he was like a big helper in getting him out.
he helped him get out, and
Yeah.
when he got released, he like helicoptered him to a game.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah, you wouldn't be a fan of this guy.
Yeah, I'd start wearing his jersey if he got me out of
Yeah,
a
so
predicament.
don't be too upset, but I get what you're saying.
No, I'm upset. Line.
Where was Meek Mill during the whole fiasco that happened last year with Kraft?
He was the one that set him up.
Set him up. Oh, fuck. He's like, I just want to go back to rooting for the Eagles again.
Get me out of
It's
this.
the only way you can do it.
He needs to pay off some debt.
Jeez.
That's his way out
We
of his
never
debt.
did see that video released, huh?
No.
They came to a settlement, Foo.
Yeah.
How convenient.
right.
No shit.
When you have that much money, man,
When you're a
can-
billionaire.
you
Get
can
away with
settle on anything.
When you have a lot of money or you have Mentos, you can get away with anything.
Mentos.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh yeah,
seen those commercials?
That is true.
Remember
you just
that-
got to show them the Mentos and everybody's cool with everything.
Mentos.
If you have a
Make it
Mentos
different.
and you climb through someone's back seat, give them a thumbs up and go through, everyone's laughing.
cool, yeah.
When you do it without a Mentos, you get stabbed, dude.
Yeah, you get fucked with, man. You can pick up like a Fiat and move it to the other side of the street, and everybody's cool with it if you have Mentos.
Note to
fine.
self:
You try to move a bike without Mentos, you're getting fucking beat up by a
Yeah,
mom.
dude, you're getting fucked up.
go to market and pick up Mentos.
Note to self.
Yeah.
Done. Grocery list made.
Add that to your heist list, everyone.
Yes. Always have your mask, your gun, and your
Your
Mentos.
And it's got to be missing specifically just one Mentos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
It's got to
yeah.
be freshly open.
You
You know,
gotta
and
have
you
at
got to
least
show
have
it
one.
to them.
Yeah, at least have one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, come on.
Well, that's why you carry 4 packs for 4 Mentos.
You just never know how much fuckery you're going to be.
You want it partially full every time, just because if they see it's mostly gone.
After you show one, you put it in your pocket and you go to the next stone and you just, boom, here it is.
That's right.
God damn it. What a tangent. Yes, NFL.
Jay-Z, just have a Mentos, and everyone will forgive you for signing a deal with the NFL.
Yep.
Dang, fool. It's
Mhm.
true.
There's more to this. Like I have to really read the article. I mean, we can go
The
into
press
it later.
conference did not go well.
Yeah, yeah.
People heckling or what?
No, well, the reactions to the press conference.
Yeah.
They had it at Rock Nation headquarters.
In
So
New York, right?
yeah, so Goodell went to Rock Nation, so people were appalled by that too. Like, wow, where Goodell actually like went out of his way to meet Jay-Z, and it's like, well, they're gonna make a shitload of money right now. So
I mean, a lot of NFL players aren't
they're
really
not happy.
Eric Reed, who was a big, it's similar to Colin Kaepernick. He was one of the guys that was protesting, one of the first to take a knee during the whole fiasco. He said that he blasted the rapper for Jay-Z for suggesting we've moved past kneeling during the anthem as protest against social injustice. Reed also suggested that Jay-Z's new partnership with the NFL to help with entertainment and social justice is a money move that undercuts former San Francisco quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who has been without an NFL job since the 2016 season. So when Reed and both him and Cap began with it.
Mm-hmm.
So Fu, what's your take? I know you're a little quiet over there on this. I know you don't know much about it, but what's your take?
I know enough.
Okay.
I know enough. What was and I gotta say and remind everybody that African Americans in NFL weren't the first to kneel during the national anthem. Well, what was that guy's name? Christian boy. He was protesting for abortion, right? Tebow. Yeah, he was the first one to kneel during the national anthem. He was protesting people's right to have an abortion.
Really?
Yes. And people just, conveniently forget that. And, the same crowd that follows Tebow is the one complaining about this kind of thing, which I find extremely hypocritical.
I think Pat Tillman also once rose his fist in unity during the national anthem as a sign of protest too.
So, but everybody conveniently just forgets this fact, and as somebody who doesn't really have a dog in this fight, I really couldn't care less. But if we're talking about being fair and truthful, how about we start looking at this, and how about we start talking about this, and rather than to point fingers and start getting pissed off for no fucking reason. I mean, at the very least, they're not whipping out their dick or giving the finger during it's actually the most respectful thing or the most respectful alternative than to do anything else.
Yeah, some NFL players that were former, military, like Alejandro Villanueva, the tackle for the Steelers. A lot of players
to come out.
Well, he refused to come out, but he said, "Well, I respect your right to protest, and if you are going to protest, a knee is the most, courteous way to do it.
Yeah,
and, like, we're okay with, like, a lot of military guys are like, that's your right. Like, we're protecting your right. That's your freedom of speech." So this is what Eric Reed continues to go on with his criticism of Jay-Z. He said, for one, when has Jay-Z ever taken a knee to come out and tell us that we're past kneeling? Yes, he's done a lot of great work and a lot of great social justice work, but for you to get paid to go into an NFL press conference and say that we're past kneeling, again, asinine. Players Coalition 2.0, he got paid to take bullets. He's taking now because we're not having it. So he just kept going. He said that the injustice that's happening to Kaepernick, this is what he said. Continued, you and some others seem to misunderstand that we had no beef with the NFL until they started perpetuating the systemic oppression that we are fighting by blackballing Kaepernick, Colin, and then me. Now, I won't quit playing, but I will be a real pain in the NFL's ass for acting like they care about people of color by forming numerous disingenuous partnerships to address social injustice while collectively blackballing Colin, the first person who brought oppression and such social injustice to the forefront in the NFL platform.
Mm-hmm. I think everything else being equal, Colin's kind of a douche at the end of the day.
I can agree with you on that.
He at the very least could have done it a little bit more gracefully. The way he went about it, Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, the way he was.
You just said like 2 minutes ago he did it in the most respectful way.
He did, but when he was put in front of a microphone and he was asked all these questions, I think he could have done it a little bit more gracefully too, at least so people would have paid attention.
So he shouldn't have done it?
No, I just think it was a little bit of a problem. Stop interrupting me. But it could have been done a little bit more classier than that.
So you can only do stuff a certain way. There's rules.
If you want people to pay attention to you properly, I think to give you a chance.
Damn, I didn't make popcorn for this fight. Keep
going. I'm just saying.
Blows are about to happen.
I'm just trying to be.
You're missing the point of the protest. He's bringing attention to it,
and
he's not the.
But he's preaching to the choir, is what I'm saying.
No,
everybody on his side is going to be obviously
he's
agreeing
not
with.
Preaching to the choir.
Repeating yourself. God damn it.
You're wrong.
How so?
He's not preaching to the choir.
Mm-hmm.
If he were preaching to the choir, people would be backing him. Mm-hmm. There wouldn't be
people
this
backing him.
No, they're not. That's what we're trying to convey. That they're not in the NFL as far as team owners. They're not.
I'm just talking people in general.
No. I'm not talking people in general.
Okay.
We're talking about the NFL's. This is where Eric Reed's argument is that the NFL to this day is still not 100% backing him. They're making a lot of this, publicity stunts or just to make themselves look a little good because they're still the fact is that Colin Kaepernick is still not playing in the NFL.
Right.
That they said that he's healthy, that he looks good, he's done a lot of workouts, but they're not bringing him in. Like a lot of quarterbacks have gone down and no one's bringing him in for a workout. No one's even trying to touch that because of the whole thing that it brings. They're afraid of the media attention first off, and they think that he'll bring a lot of negative attention. So I spoke with someone this weekend that brought this point up to me is that, well, he wants all the attention. He's going to bring all this attention. No, he doesn't want the attention for himself. He just wants people to realize what's really going on.
Yeah.
And everyone's just kind of focusing on the wrong point.
We're already in the aftermath part.
Yeah.
Now.
And people
Yeah.
are still focusing on the wrong point that they're protesting the flag. No,
No,
you
he's
don't.
protesting police
He's
brutality.
protesting police brutality and social justice reform.
But people like to spin it in a way where it's just like he's disrespecting the flag.
Oh,
no,
of
he's
course.
not. He's probably doing the most respectful alternative that he could be doing.
Yeah, and you know, where in contrast, when you were mentioning Tebow or Pat Tillman, no one's even batted an eye.
Nope.
It's the whole Joker.
Kind of
it's the
highlights
Joker
that
monologue,
it is a
man.
race issue.
Yeah,
Sorry
Absolutely
to
is.
say.
It absolutely is.
it's the Joker monologue. You know, two white guys protest, nobody bats an eye, but a black guy does it, and everyone goes insane. It's like, it's not. I'm not wrong.
There's
damn
definitely a double standard going down.
And look, we're not a political show. We're just kind of discussing what's
Not
going on in
until
the sports.
today.
But today, you know, we
No, it has to do with the NFL.
It has to do with the NFL.
Yeah,
so we don't like to choose sides here. We just like to analyze. So I just kind of want to make that a point.
The fool likes to analyze.
Oh, yes, he does.
Indeed.
No lube.
Indeed.
Well, you know what?
Poor gal.
Poor gal. Never stood a chance. So we'll give more updates as, you know, when we find out like more details as to what exactly Jay-Z will be doing. Because we still don't know. Like,
It's a partnership still, so that could be almost anything the NFL
and they're also
dictate.
saying this may lead to Jay-Z potentially owning a team.
What do you think about that, fool?
Interesting. I don't care. I really don't. I mean, I don't know who owns what these days.
I only asked because Jay-Z's getting a lot of heat for saying that he can't prioritize backing. So this is what he's getting more heat for. Is people are he even said on his his revelation the other day with the announcement with Goodell, he can't let his stance with Kaepernick prevent him from making moves like this, where he can pretty much get a team and try to employ underrepresented and minority based and give them a shot.
Yeah, he wants to affect the system from inside, which is admirable.
Which is what he's kind of saying, like, hey, I can't resist the system if the system's going to give me a shot to like kind of give people a chance. So
yeah. So he's damned if he does, and he's damned if
It's
he
an-
doesn't.
Yeah, so you might as well make a buck while he's doing it.
Yeah.
it's like a pretty advanced like philosophy, side of philosophy. It's like, what are you going to do? Fucking take your honorable stance or actually help people
and try to make change and try to make make a.
I'm just
positive change.
surprised that the NFL is even allowing this conversation to take place.
Well, I mean, they signed the fucking deal. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, as a business, no, just from the start. I'm just saying, all from the start here, because at the end of the day, they are a business, and First Amendment doesn't apply to a place of business.
True.
They could have just said, hey, yeah, you're fined if you don't do the protocol of standing up and saluting the flag or putting your hand over the card.
No.
Yeah, they could have totally
just squashed it from the beginning.
They could have totally quality controlled and been like, this rule says you have to stand. If you guys think it's an issue, we need to bring it to table.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So they're
And is there a set rule though? I don't believe there is a set rule.
the
yet.
rule is that it's up to the team, each team. And each team needs to specify. The problem is some teams don't specify and some do actually. Like,
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys specify it.
Well, yeah, and you got to just look at the states they're in, their political states.
It's
that
like
they're in.
it's wearing the uniform, properly. Like all these rules that the whole thing is one big rule, and the thing that's really given them the most negative press, they really didn't nip it in the bud from the start.
Yeah. No, yeah. 100%.
It's such a dicey topic because think
It is.
about you like protesting at your work. You think your work's going to be like, got your back, pal.
Yeah, no,
they're going to
you're
be
outta
like,
here, dude.
they're going to be
Go
like, dude, get the fucking side. We can't take a stance on this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's rough.
That's
But
what unions are for, though.
Maybe they didn't nip it because they were trying to allow that First Amendment to go through, but now it just kind of hit them in the face.
Well, to counter your point is that's mostly for at will employment or contract employment.
Okay.
You think about it that way. That if you're violating your contract, so to speak. But this is, remember, a union still.
Oh,
so this is a players' union. So the players' unions will always fight for the players' rights.
Right.
Whether it's protest, to strike, anything like that.
That's why labor unions have a bad rap, is because they are obliged to even defend the shitty workers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why it's a dicey situation.
Damned
And
if you
it's-
do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. Yeah.
On the Union's perspective.
Double-edged sword all around in this entire situation.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a standoff for eternity.
Yeah, for real. Well, you know what, man? Let's get to something a little bit more exciting.
Did you just see, man?
What?
Ballinger, home run number 42.
Yeah, he's doing it, man.
Yeah,
he's
man.
fucking doing it.
The Dodgers are just on fire right now. I was a little nervous last night because they did lose to the Braves 4-3. It was Ryu's, first loss in a while. He has, only
and the three
year.
runs came from a what? Ballinger's 3-run, 41st home run.
Yeah.
So
and he's tied.
He's having a great year.
He's taking the lead right now, I think, with 42.
Yeah.
Trout only has 41.
Trout had 40 when they both announced that stat Friday. And then, did Trout home run yesterday, Fu?
Yeah, they're at 41.
I wasn't paying attention, dude.
They're at 40.
I was at the Angel game, but I wasn't watching the game. I was getting drunk.
Trout was at 41 on Friday, and then Bellinger was 41 yesterday. Because I just saw the stat this morning that Trout, as of this morning, August 18th, Trout and Bellinger were both at 41. Then it was Christian Yelich and Pete Alonso at 39 each. So now Bellinger's taking the lead at 42. Dude, this kind of gives me that feeling of I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie 61 about Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle trying to beat Babe Ruth's record. It's a great movie. It's on HBO Go. It stars Barry Pepper and Thomas Jane as both Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle. And it talks about it. It's pretty much shows their entire year of when they're trying to beat that home run record, and they're competing against each other, going head to head, like similar to Trout and Bellinger. When they were, the way that they're tied and this close right now towards the end. It's a good movie though. I recommend it to you guys. It shows like the troubles that Maris dealt with as like a great Yankee, but they hated him. They hated him, and he beat the record of a great Yankee. They showed like people in the standings were talking shit to him that were Yankees fans, throwing shit at him while he was on the field.
Why they hate him so much?
Because he wasn't like a.
Because baseball is fucking professional as fuck. Dude.
No. The reason why was because Mickey Mantle. He was the face of the people. He would sign people's autographs. Roger Maris was not a public person. He did not like to kind of be around people and talk to people. So like there was there's a scene where someone's trying to get him to sign his kid's baseball. He's like, come on, Roger, sign it. He's like, no, I can't. He's like, just make an X. He's like, come on, just make an X. Give me just give me an X on this ball.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, fine. So he makes an X. And so then he gets dragged away, and all of a sudden, guy's like, an X? Are you fucking kidding me? An X? I can make a fucking X. And he throws it right back at him. So it's like, dude, they were not happy with any little thing this guy was doing.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's a tough movie, especially to see him go through all that shit. But I recommended 61. But going back to the Dodgers,
Pass.
Dodgers are actually going to be facing the Yankees this upcoming weekend.
Yes, they are.
I was
it's going to
looking-
be I think it's a sneak preview of the World Series.
I was looking for tickets, and Nosebleed are about 200 right now.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm looking on ESPN. You can get tickets as low as 72.
Nosebleed?
Yeah, Nosebleed.
Oh, well, that might change things, Fu.
For the Dodgers against CC Sabathia, or you can see
Friday?
That is Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah. Friday it's Ryu against Paxton.
Yeah.
And the tickets are
damn. That's why.
The tickets are as low as 106 for Friday.
Jesus.
And then Sunday it's Kershaw versus German.
Wow.
And the tickets are as low as 85.
Kershaw versus the German.
Yeah. Take them down, man. You got this. You got this.
Yeah,
Waiting
man.
life for it.
Nice.
But they didn't sweep the Marlins, which kind of made me mad. They lost 13-7.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
Some
and-
high scoring games lately, man.
But you know what? Look, get these little bumpy games out of the way. We're in pretty good fucking.
Who's the biggest
standings
threat
right now.
in the American League to the Dodgers right now?
The
World
Yankees.
Series?
the Astros.
Yankees or the Astros?
The
are.
Astros actually are, because the Astros have a good starting lineup. Their bullpen is the only
And
question.
Boston's been dismantled since last year, right?
Boston
They're
is
on that hangover, dude.
Yeah, they're on a sick hangover. Boston really is not, in there. Actually, the one person or the one team that's really going to be trouble for the Dodgers if we have to face them is the Washington Nationals.
Yeah.
And because the Nationals right now are on a tear, and everyone's saying, from Buster Olney to Jeff Passan, that if the Nationals were to make the wild card and win, they are the ones that are going to give the Dodgers the most trouble, because they still got Scherzer, man. Max Scherzer is still a badass pitcher. And then surprisingly, even without Harper, they still they're still pretty goddamn good. They're 66 and 57 and 56. The Braves are ahead of them at 73 and 52. And then after that, it's pretty much us, the Dodgers, at 82 and 43.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers may hit 100 by the end of this month, or I'm sorry, by the end of maybe September.
Well, what?
Dodgers hit 100
100 what?
wins. They're at 82 right now.
We'll see.
You don't think they'll get 18 wins?
Yeah, we'll see.
I love your optimism, Fu.
Underwhelming.
You're such an optimistic
Dick!
guy.
It's going to be the end of the year. We're miles ahead of the Giants
Yeah, we are.
and the D-backs, dude.
I know. I'm just saying when they're going to get to 100.
Oh.
Why are you shitting on this? Did you have your fiber this morning? You have extra fiber that you got a lot of shit you got to let out?
Actually, I didn't. I just had extra protein.
Oh, maybe you should have more fiber.
There's the build-up, Foo.
Oh, God.
Well, then there's always this.
Jizz in my pants.
That's
Clear that buildup.
You don't need that buildup.
No.
No, you don't. Well,
Pay attention, guy.
Dodgers actually got some bad news today. Julio Urias will be suspended for 20 games.
How come?
Well, this is actually going back all the way to May 13th for his arrest for that domestic violence dispute.
Uh-huh.
So he's finally going to be serving his suspension. So in June, they said that that the LA City Attorney Office would not file charges against Urias as long as he participated in a 52-week domestic counseling program and commits no acts of violence for the next year. So this,
52 weeks, so a year.
pretty much. And
They should also make him change his frames.
yeah.
You don't like his frames, dude?
I want to punch him so
Wow.
hard.
So they said that they were fully cooperating with law enforcement, the MLB, and he had put a grievance against it, or he was
Filed
what
a
is
grievance?
it? Not filed a grievance. What is it when they put appealed? I'm sorry. He put an appeal in, so that's why he was still able to play up until now.
Mhm.
So now he's just decided he's just going to take it. He
Old
withdrew
union,
his appeal.
Foo.
Yeah, he withdrew his appeal, so now he'll be serving 20 games
Do you
suspension.
think this will be a bruise to the Dodgers' stride?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think.
No, I don't think so because he's mostly coming out of the bullpen, and if anything, this
I'm
saves
not
him up.
100% set on having him in the playoff roster. Actually,
Really? Why so? He's had a 2.53 ERA. He's been their best. One of the
is
best.
Joe
bullpens.
Kelly left-handed?
Joe Kelly is right-handed.
Well, actually, we might need him.
We need him.
Fuck.
Yeah, Urias will be a part of the postseason roster. Along with, I think Dustin may end up being in the postseason roster. Probably out of the bullpen. That's probably where we're going to see him be introduced.
Ginger guard, Foo.
Ginger guard. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a stain on the Dodgers, or a black mark on them for the remaining season.
Fine.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. It just kind of it kind of sucks that it's happening right now, but whatever. They'll get past it. We still have plenty of relievers.
They've seen worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, worse setbacks.
The one I'm worried about the most is Kenley Jansen. He's not the guy that
He's a hit or miss.
yeah, you can hit him now. Like, you can hit those balls. Like, before, he seemed unstoppable when he came
That was
out.
a beast.
Yeah, now he's not Mariano Rivera.
He's a different guy.
He is, very much. So we're really going to have to platoon it as far as the bullpen wise for the playoffs. But I think our offense is there finally. I think we finally have a team that we don't have to worry about
The
offensively.
morale is amazing.
Yeah, you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these guys actually seem like more of a team than I've seen in the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone, go get your Dodgers tickets. See them now. See them cheap. We're going up against the West the remaining of the season, so you're going to probably find some cheap tickets. You can go down to San Diego, or you can go up to San Francisco where they'll be playing the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So, why not, guys? Why not? Well, Food, you got anything else you want to bring up?
Yeah.
Okay, Food, what do you... Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you got?
I brought it up.
Jizz in my pants.
Ah, dang. That was not nice, Foo. Foo, what do you guys think? World Series this year?
I'd like to go.
I
Come on,
would.
it's only going to be like $1,200 a ticket,
That's
guys.
it. Yeah, that's it.
I got to save up a lot of money. All right.
Start recycling, Foos.
Start recycling. Well, guys, I think that's in it for the books. Foobity doobity.